Hey Canucks fans, Elias Pettersson is injured. It's JT Miller's birthday, and let's break down last night's 2-1 loss to the Tampa Bay Lightning. I am Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take. It's Clay's Canucks commentary for Monday, March the 14th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. One quick programming note, no Canucks After Dark tonight, as Parker has a playoff hockey game. So we will be bumping it to Wednesday of this week because tomorrow I have bowling, all these late night sports things. So Canucks After Dark will be Wednesday this week. Therefore, I will forego my own personal so-called live stream and instead look forward to me and Parker Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Today is JT Miller's 29th birthday, and he is obviously the best Canuck player right now. And he scored last night the only Canucks goal to extend his point streak to a league-leading 12 games. So let's talk about what I liked. Let's talk about what I didn't like, and let's talk about one other thing, and I'll wrap into it. JT Miller and Elias Pettersson's injury as well. So what I liked, let's start with JT Miller. Really nice goal. You can argue, debate whether that should have been icing. I've heard people even talking about it today still. Some saying that Garland was indeed going to beat, and he did beat Chernak to the puck. Others were saying that Chernak still had the lead, and he presumed to reach the puck first. Regardless, it was not an icing call. JT Miller is left alone in front of Vasilevsky. He was probably shocked he was no one else around him, and he made a really nice, quick, soft deflection past Vasilevsky. The only Canucks goal, obviously, to get past Vasilevsky in a 2-1 loss. But JT Miller, not just the goal last night, but he also had 8 shots on goal and 6 hits. If that's not leadership, I don't know what is. So again, a really, really good showing, a really good game from JT Miller. I also like the play of Thatcher Demko. Sure, he gave up those 2 early ones and a third that got called back, but he was outstanding basically from the 55-minute mark on. After the first 2 goals went in, remember that third one, like I said, wasn't allowed. He shut the door, and he made some really, really good saves, some big saves, including shutting down a Tampa Bay power play. So overall, I thought Thatcher Demko had a great game. It was great to see him duel Vasilevsky, 2 really big goaltenders. I was telling my wife, Gail, you think Demko's big? Look at the size of Vasilevsky. And she looked and said, wow, yeah, he's massive. Tampa Bay's whole team is massive. Hedman and Maroon and Vasilevsky. And there are other guys. Chernak's big too. They're just a big, tough, rough team. So I liked, I liked Miller's game. I liked Demko's game. I thought Luke Schenn was also noticeable last night. He had 4 hits, so not his 7 or 8 hit night, including a very memorable battle with Patrick Maroon in front of the Canucks net, a battle that saw Schenn had no stick. So he was battling Maroon with just his bare hands, and I thought that was happened right in front of me actually. So that was kind of fascinating to watch. Like the Canucks penalty kill, they killed off all 2 or both of Tampa Bay's power play opportunities. And I like the fact that the Canucks didn't give up. They could have folded, going down 2-0 so early in the game, but they battled back, and they could have tied up the game, but which I'll get to in a second. So overall, it was an entertaining night. I like the fact that I was with my lovely wife Gail on her birthday, that Sean, Jake, and Kayla were all at the game as well in different seats, different sections than us. But overall, it was a great family night as well. So it set it up well to a really memorable night, if only the Canucks could have completed the comeback yesterday. I also got to, Friday night I cranked the siren with Elon, the hype host there. Then on Sunday night, me and my son Jacob, we were part of the opening video where they were hyping up the crowd before the Canucks got on the ice. So if you saw me post footage of that as well. So twice in the last 2 games I've been on the big screen, but I think my streak will end. It will end for sure because I'm not going to tomorrow night's game. So there's some things I liked. I like the Canucks battle level. Their effort first 5 minutes aside. So overall, it was a good game. They played well. They played the Stanley Cup champions really hard, and they were unfortunate to not come out of there with at least a point. So let's talk about a few things that I didn't like. We can start with the refereeing, and yes, we may have been given the benefit of the doubt on that icing call, so I get that I can't just say it was completely one-sided, but that Garland goal, or that Garland no goal, there's no way that should have been whistled down. Yes, I get that the ref lost sight of the puck for a split second, but Garland was literally reaching for it as the referee blew his whistle. What you can do, what I've seen in the past, is you can actually not blow the whistle, and then I've seen calls reverse the other way where the puck goes in, and then they say no, the ref he had the intention to blow the whistle. Now that could have been just as bad actually, and make the fans just as mad. But the fans are really mad. I was down there in the club section, so I saw it happen right in front of me, and the crowd, the whole arena was upset, but especially the people in my section. And yes, after Pearson's shot, Vasilevsky does not cover it up on the side in the near post, and Garland pokes it through, reaching for it just as the whistle goes. A massive goal. I don't want to say the Canucks aren't going to make the playoffs because of that one play, but in the big scheme of things, that's a massive play, and that's a massive 1, if not 2 points that the Canucks could have had. So I didn't like that. I'm not going to blame the entire game on the refs, but I certainly didn't like that particular call. Also didn't like the play of Hamonic and Hughes in the first period, especially the first 5 minutes. I didn't like the whole start to the game overall. I think Tampa Bay had 14 shots to the Canucks 1 or 2 at one point. So the good thing is the Vancouver Canucks outshot the Tampa Bay Lightning 2-1 in the last 50 minutes of the game. But the first 5 to 10 minutes was so bad. Tampa Bay scoring less than 2 minutes apart. Goals from Hedman and Colton, I think. And both goals with Hughes and Hamonic on the ice. The first one, it was a battle that Hughes lost behind the net. The puck gets centered to Hedman, a wide open Hedman. The second one, Hamonic gives the puck up, and then they do an easy pass in the slot past Hughes. So yes, Hughes and Hamonic, and noticeable that they were on the ice for both Tampa Bay goals. That's why they were a -2 for the night. So I didn't like that, and didn't like the Canucks start overall. Even Bruce Boudreau, I don't know if you call it joking. He actually said he might have to bring in a team of psychologists. I'm not sure if that's the best thing to say, but he can't figure out why the team starts so poorly when they know how important these games are. We saw it on a Friday night against Washington. We saw it again last night against Tampa, and those are teams you simply cannot afford to go down early against. They were able to take the lead on Friday night. They weren't able to do so on last night. Maybe it's because I didn't crank the siren before the third period. So I didn't like the Canucks start, and of course I don't like the fact that Pettersson is injured. The fact that he's been playing so well, and the fact that it might be his wrist injury. I know we're going to wait for more word on it, maybe sometime today or possibly tomorrow. I heard he was skating this morning, so that's a good thing. Also, Brandon Sutter's skating too, which is a wonderful sight to see. I don't know if he's going to get anywhere close to game shape by the end of this season, but I believe it was Sutter, Pettersson, Kyle Burrows, Darryl Keeper, and one other guy who were skating this morning, which is Dickinson maybe. So it's good. That means all the injured Canucks are slowly making their way back. But yes, I hope and pray that this Pettersson injury is not serious. It's the wrist. If it's likely the wrist that's been bothering him for the past couple seasons, that had such a slow start this season, but he was able to overcome it. He's been playing so well the past 2 months in particular. So we'll wait to hear more word on Pettersson, but we want him back for this playoff chase. And of course, a very less dynamic and less powerful offense with him out of the lineup. Sheldon Rempel played decently in a relief role. Of course, the Canucks juggled their lines around, so Rempel wasn't centering the second line, breaking up the Mott, Lamico, Highmore line. But overall, the Canucks actually generated a lot of shots, but Vasilevsky was so good. You see why he's a Vezina champion and why he's considered the best goaltender in the league. So we'll wait to hear more about Pettersson's injury status. Finally, one other thing. I'll say two other things. JT Miller, there's now talks from Elliot Friedman and others that the Canucks do not want to trade him. In fact, they'd rather trade other pieces just so they can be in a position to re-sign him. That makes sense to me considering how much he does for this team. And don't forget, we still have him for one more season after this season at $5.25 million. That's why he makes such a good acquisition for another team, for sure. And the other thing is, the sky's not falling. We still have 4 more home games. And if the Canucks win all 4, they wind up this road trip 5-1-1. That's going to be an outstanding, homestand. 5-1-1, that's outstanding. But it just stings that they only got 1 out of 4 points out of the last 2 games. Granted, against 2 of the best teams in the league, but still, you see Vegas waiting there to be caught, and we missed 2 chances to pass Vegas, or at least tie them in the standings. Edmonton has since leapfrogged Vegas, and it looks like the Canucks are only 3 points out of a wildcard spot, which they are, or 2 points out. But don't forget that Dallas is there, 2 or 3 points out, but Dallas is there with 4 games in hand. Yeah, Vancouver's 3 out. Dallas is 2 ahead of the Canucks with 4 games in hand. So you got to kind of look at them as impossible to catch. So really, you got to beat both Edmonton and Vegas to make it in the playoffs as a 3rd place in the Pacific. So, Canucks fans, let me know what you think. Overall, a fun night in the arena. I thought the Canucks played very well for the final 50 minutes, but it was the first 5 minutes that did them in once again. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. Tell me one other thing. Shout out to my sponsors, Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video descriptions. And Advanced City Experts Real Estate Group. Contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Jessica Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, thank you. Hall of Fame members Jens95, Sim Alexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, HSM Fangirl Gaming, Smooth Groove, and Carol Bovenlander. Thank you for your support. Thanks for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You are listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or my videos on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you'd like to, like this video if you'd like to, become a member or upgrade if you'd like to, and leave a comment down below if you'd like to. Tell me what you liked, what you didn't like, and one other thing from last night's game. Enjoy the day, enjoy the rain. No Canucks After Dark tonight. We'll see you for that on Wednesday, but I'll check in with you tomorrow with a preview. Canucks and Devils, next home game tomorrow night at Rogers Arena. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.